Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown once again. Today we're going to discuss the rest of the five teams. So yesterday we discussed about CSK, MI, GT, SRH, and DC. Today we're going to discuss about PBKS, Rajasthan Royals, Kolkata Knight Riders, Lucknow Super Giants, and Royal Challengers Bangalore. So we have our panelists here. So we have Surinder Paji all the way from
Bengaluru
India.
now, come on.
Oh yes,
Bengaluru now.
sorry. Yes, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Yes, sorry for the mistake.
Very
Yes, it
bad,
is
very
Royal
bad, very
Challengers
bad.
Bangalore. Yes. So we have Paji all the way from India, but he's from England, but he has come to India to watch the IPL. So welcome, Paji. So he'll be discussing about PBKs. He's a PBKs fan. We have two KKR fans, Dr. Arka and Ayush, who are Kolkata Knight Rider fans and who are hardcore fans. So welcome, guys. And we have Belu, who is a Rajasthan Royals fan, so he has joined as well. And plus, we have one more joining, Rohan, later, so who's a RCB fan. All right. So, without further ado, let's begin with PVKS. Paji, coming to you. Satisfied with the squad because you guys, for the first time in so many seasons, Paji, you guys have retain the captain and the coach, which PBKS has never done in like the last 3 or 4 years. They don't stick to the captain. They don't stick to the coach. But this season they've stick to Shikhar Dhawan. They've stick to Trevor Bellisis. Your thoughts of the squad, because PBKS hasn't even released most of the players. They only, I think, released four players. So your thoughts, Paji?
Yeah, yeah. I'm super excited for this season because for the first time, as you said, we have consistency in our team. The group has been together for this is the second year, so a lot of the camaraderie is already in. We have some exciting new players to freshen up things as well. But overall, our backups are kind of secure, and everything that is new is now new. We have a new jersey, a new spanking brilliant stadium, and again some familiar faces in the team. Just have to hit the form from the first get go and just qualify. I think that's where we need to get. The consistency in selection, consistency in performances, and then I feel that this will be a super year for Punjab Kings.
Yeah. Paji, talking about your squad, obviously you guys have bought in Riley Rosuvo for 8 crores. You guys also have bought, I think, have some. Thoughts towards Riley Rosuvo being bought for 8 crores. Do you think he will play in the playing 11? No. Any thoughts towards that?
I can't see him playing in the playing 11, to be honest. I think the money was probably a bit expensive for what he deserves. But then again, he had one good game last season against Punjab Kings at Dharmshala, and he's gone for 8 crore. That's probably the one that I've got a bit of concerns on because how are we going to fit him in? Because we have Liam Livingston. We also have Sikandar Raza, who've offered us more with the bat. Is he the replacement for Johnny Bairstow? That's what will happen. And then Prabh Simran opens with Shikhar, and then Riley comes one down. I think that's the only way Riley will be getting in the game. And obviously, having Harsha Patel into the team gives us that additional Indian bowler, which allows us then to be more flexible with our foreign players. But again, I think this year is for some of our players to step up from ball one. Last year, Livingston came late. He's now in the squad. He looks fit and ready to go. Sikandar Raza has arrived today. So again, we've got his backup. Sam Curran didn't perform really good with the ball last season. Kenny Yook, his performances the last year. And then we have Chris Wokes, who hasn't arrived yet at the moment. So he has pressure on his there. And then we have a younger Indian players. Some of the players that like Ashantosh looks really, really good. Shivam looks really good in the nets. And we've also lost Shahrukh. So there's also a spot for the sixth Indian batsman. So who that will be, hopefully will be based on form and stuff.
Yeah. Do you see any weakness in this squad this time for PBKs? Do you think they're top four contention, Paji?
I think we should get to the playoffs because obviously the team's been together. I think where we probably still lack that brilliant stuff is with that spinner that takes wickets. Both Brar Saab and obviously Chahal, they can either be very, very economy, but they don't take wickets in the middle part of an IPL game, and that's where the games are won and lost. You can have a magnificent power play, but if you don't control the middle of the innings, that's when you really suffer, and then you have to play catch up at the end of the innings, and that's when you start losing a lot of wickets. So I think overall, very happy with the squad. If you were asking me what I would probably change is, could we got a Hasaranga? Could we have got a Hasaranga into the team, and then that would have given us a quality wicket taking foreign player who we could play in, Chennai, Lucknow, and places like and Delhi maybe at the end of the tournament. So a wicket taking spinner, that is the one. We have Tane. Let's see what Tane can do. He's a mystery spinner as well. So a lot of the options we have in place. Can they all come together with Trevor Bayliss in the team? And another big ingredient we have, which we haven't mentioned, is obviously Sanjay Banga. Sanjay Banga has now rejoined the team, and he was a successful, coach leader when he was with Punjab last time. So hopefully some of that luck will become good, and then we'll be able to qualify for the playoffs. And in the playoff games, we can then beat anyone.
Yeah. Coming to Dr. Arka, your thoughts, especially on the uncapped players, Prabh Simran Singh and Atara Thraide. Both of them really performed well last season, I think, especially Prabh Simran. And obviously, he's going to open also this time. Jitesh Sharma also performed well last season, scoring 300 plus runs. So, thoughts on these players?
Well, Tide obviously did very well in the domestics recently, and even last year he did show some glimpses of his talent. And alongside that, Prabh Simran, obviously known to be someone who goes, blitzkrieg in the start. He always tries to give those powerful starts when Dhawan takes some time out there in the crease. So Prabh Simran obviously is someone they will look at to give those kind of powerful progresses in the front. Alongside that, even in the lower order, they accommodate someone like Ashutosh Sharma, who has done very well in the domestics. So maybe he could be their answer for Shah Rukh Khan this time, perhaps.
Very true. Coming to Paji, what will be your playing 11? Because it's going to be interesting, because the 4 overseas again for PBKS, especially that middle order, people are saying whether it's going to be Livingston, it's going to be Raza. Now there is Rosuo in the mix as well. And then when it comes to fast bowling attack also, whether it's going to be Rabada, Ellis. So what is your strongest playing 11 right now?
I still think the way I would do it, and this is just my thoughts, would be obviously Shikhar Dhawan captain. Keeping him fit for the whole of the IPL and in form is going to be very, very key, because that's our anchor batsman, who could bat 20 overs no problem and be there at the end, and also can accelerate at the end when required. So I would open with Johnny or Prab, one of them, whichever the franchise is. I'd probably stick with Prab, because Prab did really well last season, and then drop Johnny to 3, and then at 4 have Tide or Harpreet Bhatia, either one, because I think both will be very good. Harpreet Bhatia obviously gives us a left-hander in there, and we can switch them around depending on which wicket we lose first. If we lose Dhawan quite early, then obviously Tide will come in. If we lose Prab early, then Bairstow would come in. So we've got 4 of the top 4 which can be rotatable. Then 5, obviously, you put in Liam Livingston. 6, you definitely put in Jitesh. So our top 6, it looks very, very solid. So I don't see any issues with that. And then you come up with the all-rounder spot. So you obviously got to pick Sam Curran at 7. And if Sam is not performing, you could possibly look at Ellis as an option as a quick bowler, or Raza as an option if it's a spinning track. So we've got some options at 7. 8, obviously, you could pick someone like Harpreet Brar. 9, Rabada. 10, Arshdeep. And then Rahul Chahar was the impact sub, or you could change that around. So I think that I'll probably go with that 11.
Yeah. Yes, Ayush, yeah.
Hello?
Pawan, what is the playing 11 of PBKS, please?
Yeah, that's probably my 11.
Hey, no, let's focus on this now.
No,
now.
I'm asking.
All right,
you are
that's
hosting,
good.
you should know. Paji said, Dr. Arka said, you should also say. What, what do you think? What do you think should be the playing 11?
I agree with this playing 11 of Paji, I think. I won't change.
List down.
Hey, no. Come on, man. Okay, we're not wasting time here. All right. Yeah, I think that's a good playing 11. But Pajit, are you like concerned about Livingston's form right now? Because I mean, Livingston, yes, he batted. I mean, he did have a okay season. But when it comes to the bowling, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Is spin bowling. We bowled him at the wrong time of the innings, but then he does give us that option, and that's why I put him ahead of Riley, because Riley doesn't give you anything other than the batting. So if his batting doesn't fire, he doesn't give you anything else. He's not really a bowler. And then Livingston as the extra spinner. That's why I'm probably say we're pretty good with Bhatia, Rahul Chahar. Brar and Rahul Chahar in the team. Then we have three spin options, and as long as you are there, it'll be fine. And then obviously Harsha Patel or Arshdeep will be in the 11, and you could use one of those as the impact sub. So I think we've got a lot of options. The only issue for me, again, I said before, is a wicket-taking spinner. I think that's where we probably, other teams might have better options in that department than us. But if you look at the top 6 or the top 7 we have, it's a very, very strong batting lineup. And potentially with the ball, the fast bowling options, I think they are better than most of the teams on paper. But whether they can put that paper form onto the pitch, I think that is the key. Because you look at Ellis, excellent death bowler, can bowl in the middle of the innings, can also bowl up front. Arshdeep, obviously, death bowler, brilliance, can bowl at the top. Rabada, you probably want to bowl him out, say, before the 15th over, three up top. I think, and then your death bowling, you've got Harsha Patel, Arshdeep. Is where do you fit those spinners in? How do you fit those spinners in? And do you drop someone like Livingston for a Sikandar Raza, say at Chepauk or at Ekna Stadium, or maybe even Delhi when we get to Delhi at the later stages? So plenty of options for Punjab Kings, plenty of consistency. The best jersey in the IPL, probably now the best ground, because you're 33, 34,000, 35,000 is a good level. And the facilities at the new stadium is absolutely amazing as well. So very, very confident, very, very happy Punjab Kings.
And your thoughts towards the new stadium, Paja? Because I think that's a massive change, because usually they played at Chandigarh. Now they've moved to Mulampur. So your thoughts towards the new stadium?
Yeah, it's only 10 miles difference. It's only 10 miles difference between the two stadiums. The stadium is brilliant. The only thing that the stadium hasn't got at the moment is the roof. They're supposed to have done it in January, but unfortunately, they weren't going to finish it on time, so they haven't done that. But the facilities in Mulampur are absolutely amazing. And, if for all the fans out there, go and check out the Punjab Cricket Association's video on Mulampur and the facilities that ground has. It's absolutely amazing. I loved Mohali. The vibe in Mohali was obviously on a different level. But this ground, parking facilities, practice facilities, players facilities, and fans facilities, this stadium has it all. So it's going to be an amazing season. We must make Mulampur our fortress, because last year away we were brilliant. At home we weren't that great. To beat Chennai, who got 200 on the board, we beat them. So Mumbai, we beat them. So this team is got something about it. It's just whether we can keep consistency. I think our biggest failure, why we won't qualify or we won't win the IPL, will be the lack of consistency. But we've tried everything. We've got a set 11. We've got a set coaching staff. Let's go and perform in the
Dr. Arka, what do you think of the chances of PBKS this season? You think they're a top 4 team, or do you think they will again end up like 6th or 7th?
Well, IPL is a very competitive tournament, so we can't exactly predict what will happen. There are teams which outperform or overperform than what they are on paper, and PBKS looks like a team which is good on paper. Obviously, it's got balance. It's got a lot of bowling options among the batsmen themselves. So it's obviously going to be a team to look out for. People obviously underrate them, but I think that they can pack quite a heavy punch. A lot depends upon their captain. Dhawan usually scores half of the runs for most teams he has played for. So there'll be a lot of onus on Dhawan this time. And obviously, the remaining players like Bairstow, Livingstone, all of them have a point to prove in this IPL.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys.
And that's one point I could just add on to Dr. Arka, was where the English players go. That might be a big problem for us. Nothing in the media at the moment. Whether England recall the English players, that could be a problem for us. But hopefully, the BCCI and the ECB work together, and we'll be able to keep our English players for the duration of the season, because that's going to be key. Getting our English players in form, on the park, fit and ready from ball 1 to ball 0. That's what
All
we
right.
need to do.
Okay, so we discuss about PBKs. Yeah, Paj, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy, so yeah.
Thank you, Pawan. Keep up the good work. Keep up the brilliant work. And thank you for inviting me once again. It's been a while since
Yeah.
we've chat up, but I've really enjoyed this session. And Dr. Arka, good luck for KKR
Thank
as
you,
well.
Paji. Yeah, take
Take
care.
care,
All the
guys.
best.
All right. Thank you so much, Paj. Yeah. All
Yeah, bye
right.
bye.
So, guys, so let's go to the next topic. And yeah, let's go to KKR because, so much hype over here. Okay, first of all, Dr. Arka, Gautam Gambhir joining KKR. How do you see this going? Because he was the LSG mentor, and for 2 years, and then after that, I mean, they had good results under Gambhir as mentor, and then Andy Flower as head coach. So, your thoughts towards Gambhir joining KKR and the effect that will happen to KKR now?
Well, honestly, Gambhir joining us is bigger than all auction signings that we have done this time because he brings in that seriousness in the camp. The team is no more a casual team as it was all these years. And even before Gambhir was in KKR, KKR was kind of a team that was not very seriously taken, and it wasn't a team that used to take IPL itself in a serious sense. But now with Gambhir in, that integrity, that passion, that dedication towards the franchise sets in, and he's obviously a brilliant tactician. And we have even seen the auction with some smart buys that he did alongside splurging such a huge amount on Stark, which we'll come to next. So obviously, Gambhir's inclusion was much needed. He's someone who will be on the sidelines, but his team would reflect the kind of persona he himself had as a player in the past.
Yeah. Let's get Velu also to discuss on KKR also. So, Velu, your thoughts, especially also as Dr. Arka said, also Stark being bought for 24 crores. What do you think? It was the most expensive buy in the IPL. So, your thoughts towards Stark being bought at such a value, and do you think Stark can make such an impact because he's been not been in IPL for like 7 to 8 years? So, your thoughts? I don't think we can hear you, Velu. I think you're muted. Hello. We can't hear you, Velu, for some reason. Okay, until you fix the mic. Okay, we have Rohan also joining us. Yeah, all right. Let's get Dr. Arka also. Shreyas Iyer back as
Hey, Pawan.
captain.
Hi, guys.
Your thoughts? Okay. Hi, Rohan. How are you? Yes.
Have a
So
good
we are
one.
just
Long time.
discussing about KKR at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Arka, your thoughts? Shreyas Iyer captaining back for KKR. We saw Minty Chana doing a decent job for KKR last season. So, your thoughts? Iyer back as captain. He's having injuries, but do you think he can come back to form as well?
Well, he has to because he has a huge point to prove. Even after such a World Cup, he's missed out on his contract and stuff. People say that he's been made a scapegoat, and every such allegations have been put on him. But only time will tell whether he gets back that contract. And for that to happen, he obviously needs to perform. So the performance should come, and not just as a captain, but as a batter. And even that will bolster his chances of getting not just the contract back, but also a significant cementing position in the Indian team, maybe in all formats. Because at the moment, I don't see him in any other format except the ODIs. He lost his place in the Test. He doesn't have a place in the T20 side. So obviously, a good IPL would generate even enough amount of noise for him, to make a big statement ahead. So he obviously has a big season, and he has to prove himself as both batter and captain.
Very true. Yeah. All right. Let's get Rohan's thoughts as well. Rohan, your thoughts, especially Stark being bought for 24 crores. That's been the most expensive buy in this auction. And I'm not sure how many years Stark will be playing for KKR, but your thoughts towards that buy. And, I mean, Gambhir wanted Stark badly, and now they've got Stark. So, your thoughts towards Stark's buy, and do you think they'll make impact? I mean, Stark make an impact this season?
To be honest, I feel it was a bit overpriced. No, I mean nobody's worth so much. 20 plus crores. Even comments also. That's like it's taking a huge chunk out of your budget, right? I mean, I know you can have lots in your purse, but still, there needs to be have a limit to any kind of a player, however good he whatever form is in whichever nationality, there needs to be a cap to a limit that a person can get. I know, because next year mega auction is there, so I'm not sure how much he'll be retained also is a question mark, right? So if you're paying him so much, if you retain him, I mean, generally the thing is you can retain up to maximum 3 or 4. So your highest purse will be 24 crores, will be like taking a huge chunk out of your budget. So I'm not sure if it was such a
Yeah.
smart move to begin with. Anyways, as you
No,
said,
no.
Gauti Bhai wanted him pretty much badly for the impact that he can create. Yes, he's a pretty good new ball bowler, has a good death over record also. But again, his form overall in the IPL earlier years for RCB played and all wasn't so threatening. He's like an on and off kind of a guy. You can't expect him to have consistency, because we know in T20 space
Yeah.
can be your Achilles heel also. You can travel at times, especially the pitches in India can be good flat and true bounce pitches where you can just hit through the line also. I mean, after a couple of overs, there won't be much swing in most of the
Yeah.
venues. So you can be able to
Yeah.
liability even if you are however fast you are, because we have seen in the past much quicker bowlers also travel, like Umran Malik or those kind of guys who came up with this speedster thing. They travel unless you have that skill
Yes.
to move the ball here and there. Only then you can survive. So I'm not sure how good it
True.
is, but as a KKR fan, you can say hope it works.
Very true. Okay, let's get Ayush's thoughts also, since he's a KKR fan. Your thoughts towards the Indian fast bowling attack, because you have Harshit Rana, you have Wahibar Arora, you have Chetan Sakaria. So out of those three, who will you play? And do you think Sakaria will get a better chance for KKR than what he got for DC?
See, first of all, coming from DC to KKR is a step up. So coming from a loser team to a winning team is good for him. But I'm saying I don't see Sakaria getting a chance because see now if you look at the balance of KKR, okay, your number seven and Dr. Arka would agree is right now from the combination it seems is going to be Ramandeep Singh, okay, who's also a
Yeah,
pace
yeah,
option. Then you have Mitchell Stark, unless he has a baby and has to go back home. Then you have Andre Russell, and then you have room for
yeah,
one more Indian pacer. So for me, it is a toss-up between because between this guy Harshit Rana and Vaibhav Arora. Although saying
yeah.
that, one thing which you need to consider is the kind of pitches which will be in Eden this year, which is going to be very
Mm,
spin friendly and the ball grip. Considering that,
yeah,
Sakaria might
yeah,
come into play in the later stage. But then I
yeah.
will actually start with Harshit Rana. I think he's a very good prospect. So I'll start with him, and then obviously yeah. So again, we know the Indian pace bowling attack is the weak link of the team. And
Mm.
when we
Pawan,
go,
just to add, haven't they picked Dushmanta Chamira here?
no,
Yeah, they have.
please,
Yeah.
no. What you're saying, man? What is this? I'll pick Ramandeep Singh as
No,
a
no. I
frontline
think
pacer.
this replacement. This thing is not the right one. Yeah, they have picked up Chamira, but this hasn't mentioned over here. I think it's the
It was
Chamira,
decision
Atkinson, I think.
ended. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chamira can come in playing 11 of WPL, IPL, not so sure.
That
But
thing needs to change the gender then, man.
no, but I'm saying his skills are for WPL, not for IPL. But I'm saying that is the team. I mean, that's all. But tell me, Doctor Arka, I want to ask you. Only question for me: who will you open, Phil Salt or Gurbaz? It's a very tricky one. I'm
I think
very
I'll go with
unsure.
Salt. I'll go with Salt,
Salt.
certainly, especially given his practice game performance. I mean, in the first match, he scored 73 of 37. And in the second game yesterday, he scored 53 of 28. So he was very consistent, and he's not just that basher. He was actually showing a bit of sensibility to play the longer innings as well. He was even keeping well behind the stumps, which I was absolutely amazed to see. So I think he has a point to prove after being unsold and being selected in this way. So Salt probably will be the option they will prefer. Even Gurbaz yesterday, he didn't play the first game because he wasn't available. And yesterday, for some reason, they tried Gurbaz in the middle order as well. Now we don't know whether he'll get a chance in that way, but I think they
No,
are
no, no
preferring
chance.
Salt to open along with Venki.
Mm. Good,
Correct.
agree,
শোনো বলছি
Yeah.
ওকে
But
জিজ্ঞেস
yeah,
করো
coming. Let.
ওকে জিজ্ঞেস করো কিন্তু প্লিজ এটা তোমাকে বললাম
Kake Kake.
ওকে
Okay, let's come to Prajal. Yeah, let's come to Prajal. Yeah. So Prajal, your thoughts, especially of the spin attack. So they have Suyash Sharma. I think he's going to be used as a impact player. They have Varun Chakravarti, who did well. Sunil Narayan. had a decent season. I mean, okay season. But your thoughts towards the spin attack of KKR? They have Anukul Roy also, which they can use maybe later on. They have Mujib also. So your thoughts? Who's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
play
See,
and who's
the
not going to play?
KKR squad and the spinners, they always have a good time in their home conditions because they assist their spinners really well. And as you know, Varun Chakravarti can open the bowling, he can bowl in the middle overs, same does with Sunil Narayan. So you have a good option over there, and you can play three spinners going ahead wherever you play in all over the India. So I
Yeah,
feel they'll go with Suyash Sharma as an impact player as they did last year, and they'll have maybe for some games if Narayan doesn't click or doesn't work, then they might add Mujibur Rahman in place of him. Otherwise, they'll
yeah,
stick to Varun Chakrabarti, and you can get a few bit off spinners from Nitish Rana, which I don't think so. They mind bowling him because Jaiswal took him on.
yeah,
But yeah, they can keep these three options handy and then rotate their spinners accordingly.
yeah. All right. Let's come to Dr. Arka once again. Dr. Arka, what's your playing 11 in this team? Like, according to your opinion?
Well, there are two ways to look at it. One is the most obvious 11 that they will bring, and the other is the form that needs to be considered. In terms of form, I'm doubtful whether Venkatesh Iyer even has a place in this team because he's been very bad as an opener of late, and even in the domestics he hasn't opened too often. He's played in the middle order, and even for his national team prospects, he has to do well over there. So, will he open or not? That's a point of question. But if he doesn't open, then someone at the top needs to take his place to open with Salt. So who could that be? It could be maybe someone like Bharat or even Pandey or Angrish Raghuvanshi, who did very well in the practice games. He scored excellent lot of runs even against Stark yesterday. He was looking good. So who knows? They may try him as a dark horse under 19 option. We never know. But I think the obvious opening option they'll go for is Venki and Salt, which I would not actually want, but they'll go for Venki and Salt. At three, they'll bring obviously Shreyas. At four, they'll be Nitish Rana. At five, Rinku. At six, Russell, and at seven, they'll try Ramandeep for sure because GG likes to use players among Indians who can, bat a bit at the lower order, give them a few big blows, and also bowl a bit. Like in the past, they had someone like Pathan or Bhatia out there who used to be that low order hitter with a bit of bowling as well. At eight, they'll try Narayan. Obviously, at nine, they'll be Stark. At 10, I think they'll go with Harshit over Vaibhav because of that extra pace and threat which he provides. At 11, obviously, it'll be Varun Chakravarti. And impact player, I think it was very obvious they'll go for Suyash, but his recent practice game form hasn't been that good. So who knows if they prefer a death bowling option among the ones who have impressed a lot, like Saqib Hussain was very good in the death in the last game as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And even Sakaria has
Mm,
been good in the death as well. So we never know. They may be preferred depending on the form and the pitch that plays out.
mm, agree. Let's come to Velu. Velu, do you agree with this playing 11 that Dr. Arka said, or do you have any changes in the playing 11? Plus, also your thoughts. Also, I mean, yes, this opening slot also is a bit of issue. I think Ayush and Dr. Arka raised on, I mean, on Jason Roy and Ramondra Gurбас. Who do you think will be the actual preferred opener alongside Venkatesh?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
I think they'll go with Salt, considering the recent form. He's in a terrific form in the last few months especially after the auctions. His form is very good. So I think they'll go with Salt. And I have a question for Dr. Arka, whether they'll play Manish Pandey in between in somewhere, or uh, they have an option of playing Manish Pandey because they have brought him back after some years. And that's the question I have.
Yeah, they may play Pandey, but I think he doesn't have a position anywhere else except the opening or maybe number three. But given the fact we already have Shreyas, Rana, Rinku, and Russell in the middle order, I don't think Pandey will really play unless someone like a Shreyas, pulls his back or something and he plays as a replacement or something. Or if Venkatesh Iyer underperforms as an opener, they may think at Pandey as an experienced option. But I don't think they will use him as much because they'll back Ramandeep to be that low order hitter, and obviously none of Pandey, Venki, or anyone could do that. So, given the fact that they are stacked in the middle order, I don't think Pandey has a place in the team just yet. But as the tournament progresses, we never know.
Yeah.
All right. Ayush, coming to you, do you think Mujib has a place in this playing 11 at some point? Do you think they can afford to drop Narain in case if he doesn't perform in certain matches?
Yeah, see, I was thinking about it. Uh, Again, Mujib doesn't start, obviously. Okay,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, that's obvious. Yeah,
but I'm saying, you know, only way Mujib can play is the odd time, where you drop a overseas opener, get in KS Bharat, and then you don't play Surya Sharma, get in Mujibur Rahman, something like that. But that is
yeah,
very absurd.
yeah,
Or Narayan loses his form so much that you play. But again, Mujib
yeah,
playing is the, and also not Manish Pandey. I think Manish Pandey is also because see, KKR has very good bowling options. They have a lot of bowling options.
mm,
So
yeah,
even if
yeah,
you play with an extra batter, even if you're batting first,
mm,
still you
yeah,
don't necessarily need to bring in an extra bowler in the next innings. So what can happen
mm,
is if there's an early collapse, then maybe instead of
yeah,
getting another bowler, they will directly send the Manish
yeah,
Pandey. So in the same innings only they'll
mm,
use the batter. So that way
mm,
Manish Pandey
yeah,
can be used. Uh, it's a
mm,
superb team except the pace bowling, no Indian pace bowling, and yeah, the spin bowling. I don't know. I don't see a spin bowling trio as good as this in the whole tournament. I don't know if you see
mm.
it.
All right. Mm. Rohan, what do you think? Do you think KKR can finish top four, seeing squad and seeing Amir back as mentor? I know it's too hard to predict like that, but seeing how the squad is composed and all, do you think they can go to top four?
See, as I said now, especially that spinners in Eden can be a real trump cards for them. But again, for that, as we know in T20s, the batting has to click to give you those enough runs or board or has to chase. So the
Yeah.
batting is the real question mark for KKR, or else their
Mm.
bowling, especially the spinners, can do their job pretty much 9 times out of 10. But
Yeah.
in T20s, batting is what can give you that little extra firepower. I think that's where they lack a little bit. I know Andre Russell and all, it's slightly not yet delivering as far as now we have seen in the last couple of years in IPL. So I hope, as a KKR fan, they would love to see it, but honestly, I feel not quite still playoff material.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Prajal, what about you? You think KKR are playoff material, or do you think they will end fifth or sixth or whatever position you prefer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So feel this time KK has got a squad that they can finish in the top four, 100%. And
Yeah.
from last year, I feel this is a much more balanced squad
Yeah.
with their batting and bowling. Last year
Yeah.
also they were chasing down scores of 200, scoring 200 consistently,
Mm.
and I
Yeah.
felt that it was just they're not clicking as a unit. But
Yeah.
this time with Gambhir coming in and they're getting in few recruits, I
Mm.
can feel they can close in games very well with Stark and other players. I
Main,
feel they should take some harsh calls if Andre Russell doesn't perform. Maybe they
Yeah.
can replace him with Sherfan Rutherford, who have great immense. Like I like his hitting ability. Recently, I saw him in PSL also. So he's
Mm.
a very good striker of the ball. And
Yeah.
I think there were also good reports about Sakib Hussain. I think during practice matches, if I'm not wrong, so he can be a X factor for them also.
Yeah.
And if they don't have get an opening combination sorted, so even why not try someone like an Angarkish Raghuvanshi rather than going for someone like a Manish Pandey who what to expect out of him rather than throw someone out of the blue. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel such calls would be very important to take. And right now, the main thing would be as far as KKR is concerned to get a balanced 11 as soon as possible. So once they get it, they can be on a roll.
Okay.
Prajol, check WhatsApp.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next team, guys. So let's go to Rajasthan Royals, and we have Velu to discuss about Rajasthan Royals. So Velu, your thoughts towards, I mean, even RR also have retained certain players, but player comes up into mind is Roman Powell coming to Rajasthan Royals. I mean, he's also in the
Hey,
Barbados
go on,
Royals
Phil.
franchise. Barbados Royals franchise now has come to RR as well. So your thoughts towards Roman Powell being bought for 6.5? Your thoughts?
I think they have
Yes,
Who's
filled
Velu.
the
buying?
slot for. Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Continue. Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, continue.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Velu, continue. Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you. Yeah.
Um, Roman Powell, they have brought it for the place which Devdutt Padikkal played last year. So he's a more of an opener, so he doesn't fit that slot perfectly. But at
Well
number
is
four,
open.
Roman Powell can be very dangerous. So then,
He's
uh,
saying Devdutt Bhattikal is batting in the middle order, and then Roman Powell can replace that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, continue. Yeah.
yeah. Then the power player we have firepower we have on the top, Butler, Jaiswal, and Samson. At number four, Roman Powell can also play hard hitting. Then Shimran Hetmeyer to come. So that looks like a power pack starting five. So then we have Dhruv
Hmm.
Jorel and Riyan Parag to come at either on number six or seven. So then our bowlers to follow. So
Hmm. Do you think this? Yeah. Yeah. Do you think this is a make or break season for Riyan Parag? Because, Riyan Parag, yes, he's been performing in domestic, but, for RR, he hasn't much performed up to his expectations. His fielding is good, but, his batting, bowling, it's not been that great. So, your thoughts last season for Parag, you feel,
uh,
if he
yeah,
doesn't perform?
I think he'll perform this season because he's the highest run getter in SMAT, and in the domestic tournament he have bowled lots of overs. So he'll be very confident in doing this year. So I think this is a make or break season for Riyan Parag, and he'll make this season.
Okay, all right. Also, yeah, your thoughts on Prasid Krishna, because 2 seasons in a row now he's got injured, and this is concerning because Prasid Krishna, yeah, he did well in RR the last time that he played, but now 2 seasons in a row they've Krishna is ruled out due to injury. So do you think that hampers the fast bowling lineup of RR? Because last time was RR missed the playoffs. So your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we bought him for 10 crores, around 10 crores. So he's a big player. We built the Indian pace attack around him, but we have traded Avesh Khan for the particular. So
Yeah,
he comes in and he
yeah,
can take the charge, and he has the assistance of Kuldeep Sen and Sandeep Sharma. I think Sandeep Sharma is good,
yeah.
very good last season. So I think Sandeep Sharma and Kuldeep Sen can make it out for the loss of Rashid.
Yeah. Also, your thoughts towards these overseas buys. They've got Tom Colacadmo, they've got an Andre Berger, Donovan Ferreira. Do you think these players will play at some point during the season, or do you think they'll stick to Butler, Hetmeyer, Powell, and Bolt?
I think Nandre Berger is a straight swap for Trent Bolt. If Trent Bolt has some injuries or something, so then Nandre Berger comes in. Unless I don't see him coming in. Then
Yeah,
about Tom Kohler Cadmore, and I don't see him
Donovan Ferreira.
playing
Yeah,
too in the starting. But if things doesn't go well, then he might come in. Tom Kohler Cadmore can come in, and uh, already
Donovan
Adam Zamba
Ferreira.
is sitting out, right? So then if needed, he
Yeah,
can come in spinning tracks like Kolkata and Chennai. He can come
yeah.
in place of either of the batsmen in the foreign batsmen. So he could be very
Okay.
handy.
Yeah.
So
All
then,
right. Yeah. Hmm. Agree. Yeah. All right. Let's come to Dr. Arka. Your thoughts towards these uncapped players, especially Shubham Dubey, who's been rated very high. He's been performing well in SMAT tournaments that he's been playing, and also thoughts on Kunal Rathore as well. Especially Shubham Dubey, your thoughts towards this buy from RR?
Well, they brought him for a lot of money. I think they bought him for around 5 or 6 crore for that matter. So obviously
Yeah.
they want to use him at some point of time, and He's a good buy. I've heard of him a lot. That even in the trials of many teams like CSK and all, he was going. He was known for his hitting. I think he provides a bit with the ball as well, if I'm not wrong. So he's obviously a very
Mm.
good buy, which may be someone like a Jurel for them in future, because Jurel was someone who came into the mix of RR because he was an impact player. So we never know if they find someone like Dubey this time to do well for them.
Yeah, yeah, agree. Let's come to Rohan. Rohan, your thoughts now in the spin attack? They obviously have Chahal and Ashwin. Now, Chahal, we know he has been very consistent, highest wicket taker now in IPL history, and has been performing for a couple of seasons. They have Ashwin, so that experience matters. So, your thoughts? I mean, Zampa even doesn't have a place due to both Chahal and Ashwin performing in each match. So, your thoughts towards the spin combo and of RR? Yeah.
RR generally has a pretty good balanced team, but problem for them has always been that link, that all-rounder link. The Jason Holder kind of role that everybody was wanting to step up, but they're missing that link. Good batsmen, good bowlers. Bowlers don't really bat so much, and the batsmen don't really bowl much apart from Riyan Parag. But I honestly feel if
Yeah.
Riyan Parag has a good season, RR will have a good season. I feel so. His performance will be pretty key because you know what to expect of your big guns like a Jaiswal, Butler, Hetmeyer, Sanju. Same with Bolt or Chahal. But you get these guys, your local Indian players, to step up. I think that's what defines successful teams. If a Riyan Parag shows that form that he has shown in the domestic season so far, I think he performs well.
Yeah.
I think Rajasthan Royals will be more of a higher contenders for the top two slots. I genuinely feel they'll be in the playoffs. But problem will be to get into that higher up positions, which will be more relevant for them. But spin wise, Ash, Chahal, as you said, even Zampa, depending on the conditions, they'll play. But I am also excited about a guy from Jammu Kashmir they picked up, Abid Mushtaq. He's a pretty good left arm spinner, slightly more classical in the mode, balls very economically, stump to
Yeah.
stump kind of a bowler, somewhat similar to
Mm.
what Jadeja does. A decent bat
Yeah.
too. So if you can use these guys at the right venues, I think Rajasthan Royals can have a pretty good season this time around. I feel.
Mm. Coming to Ayush, do you think Avesh Khan was a good trade? Because trading Padikal for Avesh, I think Padikal was anyways not fitting for RR. So Avesh Khan, do you think that was a sensible trade from RR, according to you, especially in Rajasthan pitches? Ayush?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we were talking about Avesh Khan. Do you think that trade is been sensible? Do you think like he'll perform in Rajasthan, or any thoughts on that?
See again, if he's see again, if if he's replacing Prasid Krishna, then it's okay, good move.
Ooh.
But he's your spearhead Indian bowler, then I mean, we don't know. Yeah, Ravish Khan last had a good season with DC before KS Bharat smashed him for the last ball six. After that, he has been the same
Yeah.
for India. He's been okay in patches. So he see, I'm not saying he's a bad bowler. Okay, people say he goes for runs and all. He might go, but again, he must be of some quality that people invest in him. Indian team also invests in him. But
Yeah. Yeah.
saying that, if you look at other teams comparison, except maybe KKR, who has a weaker Indian bowling, I think this team also is one of the weak Indian bowling, pace bowling. Okay, if you see this guy, Mumbai, to chalo leave it. Has even GT has an Umesh Yadav and all these guys who I'll still rate over Avesh Khan. Okay, Chennai, Punjab has Arshdeep Singh. LSG
Yeah. Yeah.
also has decent Shivam Mavi and all these people, Mohsin Khan. So I think Avesh Khan, if he just spearhead, that is a bit of an issue. And you have to remember, tell me from an RR point of view, who will bowl your death overs? Who's your death over bowler?
You have Trent Bolt.
A trend bowler.
You have Trent
If he
Bolt.
bowls death overs, then you are dead. Simple.
No, but power play will be bowling, I think,
I
two
तो
to
आज
three. I
आज
think.
death over using power play. I know power play तो obviously trend bolt, but then who is your
Hmm.
bankable death bowler? Maybe only Sandeep Sharma. Who else? And
Yeah, Sandeep Sharma is there.
the
Yeah, I
hell.
agree.
So
Hmm.
again, it's a tough one. You know what will be best for them?
Hmm.
Best for them will be if one of these Shivam Dubes and all are good, na. Then if they drop either of Powell and Hetmeyer and they play both Burger and Trent Bolt, that'll be a very good team. If one of these batsmen clicks, you know, in the top
Mm,
order, but that
mm,
won't happen in the beginning. But
mm.
let's see, let's see what happens. It's a
Okay.
decent,
Yeah.
decent team. I think it can be a top four contender just because of the firepower. But just that
Yeah.
it can be a bit difficult. But for me, it is a top four team.
All right. Yeah. Velu, coming back to you, what's your playing 11 of Rajasthan Royals, in your opinion?
I think it's Jaiswal and Butler opening. Then number three Samson, number four Powell, number five Shimran Etmayer, number six Rian Parag, number seven Dhruv Jurel, and at number eight it's Ashwin, number nine it's Chahal, 10 um, 10 it's Bolt, 11 it's Avesh Khan, and I'll take a fast bowler as my impact sub, either one of Kuldeep Sen or Sandeep
Okay.
Sharma.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go to the next team. So let's go to the team that changed their name this year. Just a day ago, Royal Challengers Bengaluru now being called. So let's come to Rohan first of all. So Rohan, your thoughts? I mean, this season, I think RCB now the women's team have won the WPL. Men's team now are expected to the the women's standards also. But your thoughts, especially we want to talk about the bowling, Rohan, because it's very interesting. Again, they've gone with Hazari Joseph, Yash Dayal, Lockie Ferguson. All these bowlers. And the death. They concede runs, and you have Topley who's a good bowler, but he could be injured. Certain. He's not been trusted whether he can play all 14 matches. So your thoughts, first of all, towards the bowling attack, because this has been the issue for RCB in the. I mean, the last 17 years, I would feel for RCB, it's been the bowling.
Yeah, first up, what you said, I think that's what connects the fans now, especially the local ones. The name change, it's finally Bengaluru. So, welcome,
Yeah.
Mo. Much appreciated from all of us. For a long time, it was overdue, at least since a decade, I feel. And also, congrats to the women's team. I think they just kind of gave a little extra motivation to the men's team to showcase that the trophy can be yours if you play the right combination at the right venue against the right opposition also. So I think that's a lesson the women's team just showed up. Coming back, I think as you rightly said, the bowling always has been our problem, but the batting strength sometimes can give you a edge at certain times. Saying T20 games, man, you even if you concede runs, you can come back and score those runs. I think that's the plan because it's a very batting heavy kind of a team. I feel this time again, the bowling has to step up huge. As you rightly said, the death bowling. I feel only Siraj there, along with Lockie Ferguson, who is more of a proven death bowler. I feel, but I don't know how much they can fit him as that fourth overseas because we have a lot of options. Azari Joseph's there, Topley is there, Tom Curran's there. I don't know. I mean, unless you can find a way to get Ferguson in, who is more of
Yeah.
a better adept at death bowling, and even in the mid lows and give you those wickets. So it will be
Yeah.
more. I mean, his role will be more important. But my bigger concern will be the spin bowling department because we know in T20s you need a good wrist spinner, especially in Chinnaswamy. We've seen guys like Chahal do well, Hasaranga do well. You want the quality leg spinners in T20s. I think a quality leg spinner is what we are missing. Yeah, you can say all those jokes about Karan Sharma and all those things, but let's be honest, he's not kind of still that form player yet. I'm wanting to see how Himanshu Sharma performs. I think last year he just played one game. He looked decent
Yeah.
enough, but
Mm.
if you can groom him and give him more opportunity, back him even if he has a odd poor game or something, just like how
Yeah.
Shreyanka Patil was backed. Even a couple of initial games she went for runs. The management
Mm.
backed her to do well, and that's when players progress. I feel someone like Himanshu Sharma,
Yes.
Mayank Dagar, how these guys can step up, especially in the mid lowers. I think that's where you need
Mm.
wickets in T20s to succeed. If these guys can
Mm.
have a good tournament, RCB's batting will always be your get out of jail kind of a card that they will have. If these guys can step up, I think this portion of the team can always win you the games. I think I'll be
Yeah.
happy. I'm not so sure how they'll perform this time because of certain weaknesses there, as I told you here. But I really
Yeah.
hope the fans can always cheer them on like we have seen in the WPL. The RCB fans are more the loudest there. Hope they can
Mm.
bring some luck for them.
Agree. Rohan, your thoughts about Cameron Green, because he's been traded for a big amount. I mean, they paid I think 15 crores to get Cameron Green. So your thoughts?
17.
What's the role? 17? Yes. What's the role of Green in this playing 11? Do you think he's going to play as a finisher? What kind of role that Cameron Green is going to bring to RCB this season?
I think his trade was more to make Hardik Pandya come into MI, right? So that was not in our hands.
Yeah.
So getting Pandya
Yeah.
was the bigger picture for MI. I think it was like
Yeah.
RCB was just wandering around. They just picked up, you take Green and we'll get back Pandya. It was like that. But anyways, Cam Green
Yeah.
has been the informed player for Australia this season. I think he
Yeah.
slowly stepped up to show what his real potential is. I think he was earmarked as this next big superstar for Australia. I think finally in
Yeah.
that New Zealand series, he showcased his class. I mean, I know you can say it's a red ball cricket, anyways, but even last
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
at MI, he delivered pretty
Mm.
well for them. So I actually
Mm.
feel his best spot will be at the top of the order, say at number three or somewhere. He's not really your finisher. I think your finishers will
Okay.
be Maxi, DK, and all those guys have to get into that role. But Cam Green
All
has
right.
to be your top three batter to showcase his full potential, honestly.
But I think RCB has clearly mentioned that they will have Cameron as finisher. So
I think
RCB
certain things
has,
man, it won't work if you say it like that. You
but
can't be
again,
so rigid in T20s. You
why
need to
not?
be
Why
flexible.
not? Why not Cam Green as finisher? Who is a better finisher? In
Then
that?
the team will be finished, I feel.
No, no, but team is anyways finished. But at least you have to struggle. Think from this thing that DK, chalo, it's the last season. Okay,
Mm.
Maxwell is your most destructive player. They have to name the best player of RCB for me. T20, it's Maxwell, 100%. He has to face the most balls in the middle order. Okay,
Mm.
so that
Mm.
is where you have to use. Cam Green has to use the luxury of sending Maxwell up the order. When you did not have as good players as Cam Green, you had to keep back Maxwell, right? Now that you have a Cam Green, you can send Maxwell up the order. So I feel Cam Green is, although he has scored a century as an opener, but see, top three, to Cam Green is not getting into. Okay,
Anyways, they have
number
Patidar
four,
back. No, they have
yeah,
Patidar back as a number three. So I
number
think he'll
four
play
is
at number
Maxwell.
three only.
Number four is Maxwell. So Green only 5-6 only. Again, there is
I
no
think it will
great.
depend on the situation also, Ayush. I feel if they get off to a good start in, say, in 10 overs, they are pretty much just one or two wickets down, then the chances of Maxi coming higher up the order, all those things will happen. Or
Yeah, I
else I
think
think they'll be
Maxi.
flexible enough. I think they'll stick to a certain order. Unless they have a good start, I think they'll go by a regular
But
pattern.
what about your spin bowling, man? I mean, would you
Spin
get
bowling,
Virat
huge
Kohli?
question mark, I said.
It is. I mean, I don't know. RCB was so terrible in the auction. You know, I mean, even if they had got, I'm telling you, if they got a Shreyas Gopal also, or somebody who's been playing regular cricket, if
Yeah,
they got Shreyas Gopal, I think attended trials also for RCB. If they got Mike Markande also, or anybody,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know why, man. You always need a wicket taking spinner in 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 Bangalore. You should have
Mm.
gone for one of these.
They,
Yeah.
I
they
think they
have
fell
not
into a
gone
trap. I
for
feel
They have
Ayush.
gone to
They
Mayank
went on this
yeah,
Dagar.
Alzari Joseph,
Mayank
Cummins too
Daga.
high, till about 20 odd
even
crores. They went
Alzari
there.
Joseph,
I think
even
that's where they
Alzari
lost the
Joseph,
plot.
in Alzari Joseph, okay, in Bangalore, the kind of wicket, you can't have hit the deck bowlers. You look at all their pace bowling except
No,
Siraj,
no,
they all
they
have hit
all
the deck. Could have gone for somebody who seams it up. I'm telling you, even an Ante Burger was not a bad option.
Yeah,
Better option than Alzari Joseph. He would have pitched up, he would have swung it. Okay, but I don't know. Only for me, honestly, they should not see the price tag. They should play Eddie Stopley over Alzari Joseph
Yeah. Mm.
in the
Yeah, I
starting. They should
agree. I
not see
agree
the
on that.
price tag. Alzari
yeah.
Joseph
I
will
agree.
what I feel now is what
Aristotle
they
is
do
good
is
for power
Copley
play.
plays. Akashdeep can be your Indian seamer. If Joseph plays, yes, Dayal will come in
Yeah,
as your Indian seamer. I think that's how they will be playing around with
yeah.
no,
11.
They also have LSG Swapnil Singh, so he can also chip in with few overs.
First Singh is a left arm spinner. I mean, pretty
but
experienced
what
guy.
is your playing 11? Pawan, what's your RCB playing 11?
Yeah, Puff and
What's your
Kohli to
RCB playing
open.
11?
Puff and Kohli to open. Number three, Rajat Patidar. Number four,
Wow.
Maxwell. Uh,
Wow.
Number five, Lomro. Number 6, Karthik. Number 7 is going to be interesting. So sorry, I think
You're
green
missing
at
green.
6. Sorry, yeah, green
You
at
don't want
6.
to take
Green at 6. Yeah,
Cameron G?
no. I was going to pick green. Yeah,
Six?
yeah, green. Yeah, I think green is
Okay.
going to play as a finisher. Yeah, so green at 6.
4, 5.
So Maxwell at 4. Number 5 will be okay. Number 5 will be green. Number 6 will be DK. Number 7. Okay, there is the problem. Number 7, I think they might play the Mayank Dagar or who else is there? That number 7 spot is a huge issue in my opinion. Maybe they can play. I don't think they'll play Lombro, so I think they'll probably go with Mayank Dagar. Number 8, I would feel. I'm going with Reece Topley, Mohammad Siraj, Akash Deep, and I think they have to go with Karan Sharma. Can't help. And
Yeah.
impact player.
And impact player?
Impact player is going to be interesting. Impact player bowling wise, who
I'll
they have Vaishak.
I'll go
Vaishak.
with
I will
Yash
go
Yes,
with Vaishak Vijay Kumar.
Dayal. No, Yash
even
Dayal
I'm
is
Nah,
going
I
better.
for
will
Vaishak.
go with
I think
will go
Yash
with Vaishak.
Dayal or maybe Manoj Bandage can be one.
No, I will
Manoj
go with
Bandak is an
Vaishak.
all-rounder. You can't have a Vaishak. I think is better.
If they're batting,
Vaishak will surely
For
play, even I
batting
believe.
purpose.
batting they'll go with Prabhu Desai. If there's bowling, I think
Hmm.
they'll pick up Vaishak Vijay Kumar. In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah. No, what if there are spinning pitches in Chennai or
Then
somewhere
they'll
else? Well,
fit
do
the
you
match.
think
Won't
they'll
fit
play
the
two,
match.
three
Won't
spinners?
fit the match.
See, if ideally, if they can fit someone like a Will Jacks at the top of the order, I think that will give them perfect
Yeah.
flexibility because he's.
But how can you do that? You can't do that in
Yeah.
space. You have to drop camera.
Yeah. You can't drop Duplessis, no?
You never know. Anything can
But
happen.
Maybe like last year they
I'm
Yeah.
telling
can do.
you,
Well,
best,
then they have to make
Maybe last year
Maxwell the
like they
captain,
can
maybe,
do it.
because Kohli is not taking it anyhow.
Yeah.
or they can
Again, you
go
never
for an
know.
all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is better for them if they go for an all Indian pace attack. Also, I'm
Hmm.
telling you, they'll get
Yeah.
belted. These foreigners will get belted more, and they have
Yeah.
cost more, so it'll cost more also.
The
I
Okay,
thing
think
is,
the only guy
Lockie,
I can
Joseph,
trust
all
in
of them
India
are,
space is
like kind of
Paul Desai.
lords. Hmm.
yeah,
Uh,
and
And especially don't play Lockie Ferguson in Chinnaswamy. You know how he's got belted against Pakistan.
I
Lockie's
saw
got a good
Lockheed.
record in Chepauk, but in Chinnaswamy, he'll be slaughtered here and there. That's a, I,
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
Who
He
won't
was,
be slaughtered at Chinnaswamy, man? Tell me.
No.
that is
and
true.
all the paces they have
Yeah.
taken,
You
they
can
have a economy of
you
around
can
10 in
look at
Chinnaswamy.
somebody like a Josh Hazelwood who did so well. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, Josh Hazelwood is
Hmm.
a class player, but I'm saying that is a type of bowler you will need
Hmm.
who hits a liner length in Chinnaswamy. Okay,
Yeah.
because that is the only way to be
Yeah.
economical. You don't have to take
Yeah.
wickets also. Okay,
Yeah.
these bowlers are all over the place. Lockie Ferguson, sorry, Malnavi Joseph might give you 3 wickets, but if he goes for 60 runs, then what is the point of those 3 wickets? You know, and you need a
Yeah.
spinner in the middle. I mean, again, Karan Sharma might surprise us. Who knows? End of the day, you have to see he played for India. Okay, he's played for India. He has something.
Hmm.
Although he's played one Test match, but
He's
he has
played
some.
10 years ago, man. Don't say all those stories. It's enough of
No, but
Karan Sharma. We have seen him too much, man. Enough, man.
but
Move
I
on.
don't, I
Leave
don't.
all those jokes and talk about
But
sports.
even if he's played for 2 seasons now, he's merely got around 9 wickets only.
But,
He was
So I've
consistent doing
seen
pretty
his
well for
record
CSK.
wasn't great
but
also.
Puma, he came.
Don't compare him to Hasaranga and Yuzvendra Chahal.
Agreed.
These are
but
two
And
IPL,
different
the
players.
the the biggest brain fade that they did was even before the auction. That is, they let Shahbaz Ahmed go. I mean, he was someone who would have been very useful for
Yeah.
them, to give that lower order batting. He can bowl some quality spin as well. He's in form. For what reason they took Mayank Dagar, I really didn't understand.
Because he's kind of related to Virat
Oh,
Kohli,
that
man.
yo-yo
So
test,
maybe connections
that
helped
yo-yo
him.
test logic.
Yeah.
Could be very
Yeah.
fair enough.
And I think
Fair enough.
Mayank Dagar is a bit like Krunal Pandya only, like Imad Wasim type. So he drifts the ball.
Yes, agree.
So maybe that works over here in
on the stunt double
our.
of Virat Kohli match. Same beard,
Top.
same look.
Are you shooting top 4 RCB
Yeah.
this season?
No, I don't think so, man. It's very tough. Very tough.
No
Very
worries.
tough.
Dr. Arka, you think RCB
They'll.
top 4? No.
But I feel
Even I
Virat
don't
Kohli will
think
have
so.
a
I
big year.
mean, actually, the thing that could change the fortunes of RCB is if they don't play in Chinnaswamy. Because with due respect to their passionate fans, their bowling attack is something that will do well only outside Chinnaswamy. Maybe in some
Yeah,
sluggish
yeah,
tracks, like even in the past when they played in UAE, they did better than they did in India. So
You
if
know
they
what?
play in some other track like a Raipur or maybe even a Vizag, I think they'll do better than they'll do in Chinnaswamy.
I think
Agree.
Chinnaswamy will suit them because see, no, but I think Chinnaswamy is better for RCB this year. I'll tell you why. Because see, anyways, every team will get belted here. So मैक्सिमम 20-30 रन का फर्क होगा क्योंकि इतनी भी खराब अटैक हो और इनकी जो बैटिंग है दे कैन कवर इट अप बट देन द
Agree.
बैटिंग हैज
Agree.
आल्सो परफॉर्म every match and see
Yeah.
Virat Kohli might have a great season but Virat Kohli is not a
Mm.
player who see if we say that Rohit Sharma will have a great season we can be assured that the team will win but if Virat Kohli has a great season doesn't mean the team will win honestly speaking okay
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Agree.
he will
Agree.
support the team.
Agree.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People around him, Faf du Plessis, I don't know what's his form like. SA20 wasn't the best. You know, Rajat Patidar,
Yeah.
good player, but lack of confidence. Okay, Glenn
Mm.
Maxwell, again, he's always in form. Again, Cameron Green, finishing role, has to prove himself. DK, last year, you know, so you have to see that. But I think it's a 6-7 team.
All right.
Thing
Let's
is,
go to
I
the
will see
next
what
team
happens
and
is
We
if you
always
get
notice
200.
RCB always struggles with the Indian core players, and that's why they don't qualify because it's always been Virat Kohli and their surrounding 3-4 players. They never get really good Indian recruits, and you always see the difference between the winning side and RCB is always the main players who want to
Right.
play.
And the
all
thing
right,
is, their
guys.
entire batting order doesn't have a lefty, like left-handed batsman except Lomror. So if they don't break that particular pattern of so many
Anuj Rawat.
right-handers, I think they have to find a way to make Lomror being used as a floater here and there, maybe a bit up the order or
Yeah.
somewhere, because otherwise there are too many right-handers in a row.
No, they tried it last year, I think, with Anuj Rawat, if I'm
Yeah, they
not
did.
wrong.
They did.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't that
Mm-hmm.
successful, and they kind of get stuck in that same thing. And to get stuck in Chinnaswamy is a big thing, yes.
Very
And
true.
if they keep on chopping and changing with Dinesh Karthik and other keepers,
Yeah.
so they are not
Definitely.
going anywhere. And
Definitely.
that's where you felt them wanted, no, last year.
Thing is, no, at
Yeah. All right.
Chinnaswamy, it's not easy to chase double-handed man. That's the problem. If you score 200, it's not easy for even a gun batting lineup like RCB also. So if
Yeah.
they keep it below 200, chance is there. All stuff.
200
Yeah.
below.
Mm.
Oh, Ayush,
Yeah.
your team is here, man.
राजोल पता है क्या करना है
Let's go to LSG, guys. Last team to discuss about Super Giants. Let's start with Velu. Yes, with Velu. Your thoughts about KL Rahul now fitness issues right now. Do you think he can lead this team somehow to playoffs once again? Now Gambhir anymore. And your thoughts to him also. So your thoughts.
Uh, I think there were news coming in that he might play in the middle order. So if he chooses to play
Hello,
in the middle order,
Velu. Yeah,
hello, can you hear me now? Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
या
yeah,
या
yeah. Yes, can hear
Yeah,
you.
speak, speak.
बता
Yeah, I think there were news that
Yeah, yeah.
KL
Tell me,
Rahul might
speak,
play in the
speak.
middle order. So then they have to open with Kyle Mays and Quinton de Kock. That takes two overseas options from them. So then I don't know what they are going to do. And for KL Rahul, better he plays in the opening position. That's where he's been really good, and that's the position which suits him more than the middle order.
Agree. Coming to Rohan, your thoughts towards the LSG buys. They release Avish Khan. So sorry, they release they release Avish Khan to get Padikal. So where do you think Padikal will bat? Do you think he will open this time with the cock, or will they still stick? They'll give a chance to Myers. Your thoughts towards this LSG? Now they've got Padikal. Now Padikal has to be utilized. So now they're saying that K. Rahul will bat in the middle order. So your thoughts?
I think that's what to accommodate KL in the middle order. I think that's why the trade happened with Padikal, so that he can be your top order bat with QDK, so that Rahul can audition for the middle order thing for the T20 World Cup. I think that's where he's being earmarked in case something is required there. I think his form and fitness will be a huge question mark. As seen recently, I think he really hopes regains his fitness, because form is always pretty good with KL once he kind of gets into his top gear. So let's see how it works out. But Padikkal, fantastic domestic season so far in red ball cricket also, and rightly got a debut against England at Dharamshala and showed his class there too. So I think he will have a good
Agreed.
IPL this season around. But as you said, the boys, I don't know. I'm a bit doubtful with their spinning ability. I mean, only Krunal I see is a decent guy who
Amit
can do
Mishra is
a
there.
good. Mishra, I think again, man, it's been
Ravi
long
Bishnoi.
time. I'm not sure how much he can
You have
deliver at
Bishnoi.
top
You have
flight.
Bishnoi anyways.
That's what
Bishnoi.
I'm talking about, all rounders, because you need that, because they had this
Okay.
Stoinis kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
people who is to do it here and there. Unless someone like a Deepak
Yeah.
Huda
Yeah.
can step up, because he was, I think, couple of seasons ago kind of in that Indian team squad around there, but he has kind of dropped off.
Yes. Yeah.
But they had a good pick in Manimanan Siddharth from Tamil Nadu, a guy who can ball
Hmm.
with the new ball, very economical, has a good
Yeah.
arm ball too, similar to what Rangana Herath used to do, with the new ball. But I'm not sure if
Yes.
he'll get a go to start with.
Hmm.
But Mayank Yadav is a pretty good signing they got, good seamer from Delhi, because they'll be missing the services of Mark Wood. Definitely, and there's a talk about David Willie's unavailability also. So the
Hmm.
pace attack is a bit of a question mark, as Avesh has also left for them. Mohsin Khan's fitness and this thing is a huge doubt there. How well he's capable to fire. So some gray areas to work on for LSG. They lost
Yeah.
GG to KKR. So the new coach Justin Langer's impact will need to be seen also. But they had a very
Yeah.
good buy from the Under 19 World Cup guy, the opener. What's his name? Arshit.
Kolkata.
Arshin
Uh,
Kulkarni.
that guy is pretty impressive. I felt as an all-round option moving forward in the coming seasons. Maybe not this season. He may still be pretty raw,
Hmm.
but he has some class. I feel
Yeah.
to move up the ladder.
पूछ ले
Agreed. All
अजोल.
right. Yeah. All right. Let's come to
अरे
Prajwal.
भाई.
Your thoughts? Shivam, do you think Shivam Ma will
Yeah,
play in the
bro.
playing 11 according to him?
LSG
GT
is
team.
kind of very similar to GT. Yeah, so I think Quinton de Kock will kind of open, and with maybe say KL Rahul you don't have, right? So because he wants to
Look at the playing 11.
look for the Indian spots. So
Tough playing
Huh?
11. Pawan, what do you think?
yeah, so thoughts is like yeah. So thoughts is like it's like you have got a lot of players who are kind of out of form here. You have Stoinis, maybe you have Puran, Quinton de Kock. Also, you don't know how he performed.
Ayush Badoni is there.
Then Naveen, Deepak Huda, he was a big miss last year at number three. So you don't know how these guys will be performing. And in the bowling also, bearing Bishnoi, you don't have really good choices to
There's
pick up.
Mohsin.
With Markwood going, you don't know how Shamar Joseph will turn up. You have made Mohsin Khan on overseas over here.
I
What
don't
the
know.
hell?
In times of India has gone crazy.
What the
Okay,
hell?
okay, might be a wrong edit. But yeah, Devdutt Padikkal is good to buy for them. He can bat at number three or maybe open with Quinton de
Yeah.
Kock. And then you have David Willey might be missing few games early
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So that's a big miss. Yes, Thakur is a good pacer that they recruited
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
And Krunal Pandya, as usual, will have a good all-rounder spot. So yeah, it's a decent looking team. So, but I don't give them a chance to qualify this time
Why?
around. You don't know with how we it goes. Every year we feel LSG doesn't have a good squad. Every time we feel it won't qualify, but they always surprise you and they always qualify.
Pawan, but
Hmm.
I'm finding it tough to make the 11, man. What do you think might be?
What the hell, man? You ask him every time. QDK and
Because I'm
yeah.
telling you, because you're the host, that's why I'm asking.
What?
So, just one thing.
QDK and Padikal to open. QDK and Padikal to open. Number three, I feel will
Uh-huh.
be Deepak Huda. I feel. Number four,
Yeah.
कोई कुछ बोलेगा
Yeah, number 4 will be
Rahul.
Puran.
राजू मार दूंगा तुझे।
Huh? What the hell? What the hell you're disturbing? Number 4 is Puran. Number 5, KL Rahul. Number 6, Toynus. Number 7, Krunal Pandya. You have Naminal Haq for me. Naminal Haq, Mohsin Khan, Ravi Bishnoi, Shivan Mavi. I think impact player bowling, I think, yeah, Yash Thakur for me. Batting wise, who do you have a batting? Batting,
Badoni.
yeah, Badoni, yeah. Badoni or even Prayak Mankad, yeah, whoever. Yeah.
Have they dropped that this guy, UP guy? I don't remember his name. He had tattoos in his
Yudhvir
hands.
Singh Charak. That
Yudhvir Singh.
that Yudhvir
He's
Singh
there.
Charak
He's,
No.
is there,
he's
I
there,
think.
no?
I think Uttar Pradesh guy or some other guy. Yudhvir is from
Jammu
Jammu
Kashmir,
Kashmir,
yeah,
no?
yeah.
They had that other guy from UP, man. I
Hey,
forgot
that
his
guy,
name.
captain of UP,
We
Karan
captain of
Sharma.
UP.
All right, all right.
Last year,
Karan Sharma. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, earlier captain. Now I
Karan
think it's
Sharma.
Nitish Rana. But
Yeah, yeah.
Karan Sharma was last year.
Nitish Rana.
Dr. Arka, what do you think about Shamra Joseph? Do you think he will get to play in the playing 11 at some point, or what? Regarding on Shamra
Well,
Joseph.
he will. I think with no Wood, I think they'll try him. And with the recent hype, he's a classic case of too much too early because he hardly has any T20 experience. And just judging by some red ball heroic, someone takes him in the team and hypes him up. We don't know. Maybe Lucknow may try him. He may come good. People say that he resembles Archer in his action and his pace and height. So we never know if he comes well. He may be a surprise package. And given the fact that they don't have a spearhead foreign fast bowler anyhow, I think they will go for him. If not him, then they have to look at Naveen.
All right. Dr. Arka, you think LSG top 4 or not?
Well, honestly, I don't because I feel that their bowling is a bit thin after losing Avesh. Obviously, some surprise packages from Yash Thakur or Mavi should come up. Only then they can move forward. But otherwise, I don't see them in the top 4 as yet. Maybe a mid-table finish is on the cards.
Yeah. What about you, Velu? What do you think? You think they are top 4 material or what?
No, I don't think so. They'll be in the top four. I think they'll be finished around 5 or 6. Top four is a bit too hard for them.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll end it over there. So thank you guys so much for coming to today, Tarka, Ayush, Prajwal, and Velu. So yeah, that's it with the discussion. So let's hope for the best for CSK versus RCB. So yeah, we'll try to come for review matches in the
But
weekends
who will you support?
mostly. And what?
Who will you support in CSK
CSK,
RCB? Who will you
CSK,
support?
CSK. CSK is going to win that match for me. Chepak, I feel.
Your loyalty of chameleon
Because of
Calgary.
your neighbor Tikshana.
Huh?
Because of your neighbor Tikshana.
Come on,
Huh?
man.
Arey, listen to Pawan.
Huh?
Sri Lanka board is thinking of withdrawing their Sri Lankan players from IPL,
I
man.
think that's I think
What is
injuries.
the news
I don't
coming?
know. This could be fake. This could
Everybody
not
is
be fake. We don't know.
Injuries. How do you expect everyone to get injured playing IPL, man?
Array, it's a 2020 World Cup coming up, no? So it's up to the board, no, to decide who wants
anyway, you
to.
guys are lucky to play in the World Cup and not qualify.
There are 10 boards player who are playing in IPL and they are not worried. Why are you worried about your
So
place?
Bangladesh is also worried, no? Now they're okay. Mustafizur is playing, but they're not letting the others play.
You and Bangladesh have
The
your own
others
Indian
were
player.
not sold, bro. I think that's why they are not playing. The others were not sold
Others,
precisely except for
others are not
Fizz.
even,
Do you
like
expect Liton?
they are not
Do you
even
expect
worthy of
Liton
playing in
now?
this catch this league.
Dr. Arka, I
Exactly.
think here the match against DC, which after which Pawan told me, okay, the match which Liton Das had was probably the worst match ever by anybody in IPL history. The match
Yeah, very
Liton,
true.
oh my
Yeah.
God,
He did nothing right in that game. Batting, keeping, everything was like pure shit.
I mean, he was
Oh
dropping.
shit,
I
yeah.
think he dropped
Two
two
catches.
catches,
Yeah, he
right?
dropped Akshar
Which is
Patel once and someone
yeah.
else as well.
That's why he's
And
not
then
retained this season.
I don't know how much he scored, right? But he was playing a test kind of innings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll end it over there. Thank you so much, guys. So please do subscribe to Sports Breakdown, like, comment, and share. And yeah, we'll come in the next